Alright, so the original concept of this vid was that after trying to get it into actual chronological order, that is, after doing the match on the M1216 default just to try and get attachments, but then after that at, at Rec Shop with whatever attachments I want to use and perks at the same time because I don't like whatever the Black Ops 2 had it preset. It's just that it does do things like during the game's heyday, it does make the gun slightly better, but it's still well, actually, slightly better, but obviously it wasn't until that buff somewhere around January of 2013, but I digress. But anyway, what's the main subject to complain about now? Because thanks to Cold War in making every other one of my ideas null and void, it's just that is the first subject I wanted to talk about was the map Express that was on Black Ops 2 and talk about how its heyday is just, and then I double checked to see if any of my vids I even record anything. Nope, that was a failure. So yeah, so I'm just stuck back to whatever I did instead of cherry picking. But yeah, so my thoughts and opinions, what happens is that thanks to the way the motion mines worked in Black Ops 2 and that you have to chuck it around the map so that it'll scan for anyone and then self-destruct. The problem is the field mic that is in Cold War, because since they try to bring back how it plays in Black Ops 1, it's just you gotta wait until the field mic is active before you can even use it, but all I can say is it's just going to be the same campy, well, somewhere around the ticket area as the map says, as that's where I'll be sitting at if I did buy the game, but thankfully I didn't, so that's all I gotta say. And then, another subject I wanted to talk about is what was it? Oh, the whole two wrongs don't make a right, because every time I see some new exploit that my favorite people that I subscribe to complain about, it's just that, and then they counteract it by one positive thing about the game. It's still not gonna win my heart on buying Cold War. So yeah, that's all I gotta say, because there's going to be a huge shitstorm coming on as soon, well, even though it's a long too late on being the 4th, it's just once the 8th occurs, because that's when they'll release the League play mode, so that they'll do something about the skill-based matchmaking, and I'm sitting here on the whole issue of this shitstorm. It's just that, on the patch notes on February 4th, it's just they had a bunch of irrelevant ass things that nobody really asked about, and then the only positive thing was that they buffed the launchers. I mean, sitting here, everyone just uses the heat seeker, whatever the hell it's called, in almost nobody that I know of used the other launchers that are in the game. So it's like, in this, it just makes people say thanks, we hate it, because there are other things to complain about. Well, there's more issues that are bullshit and complaining about. So within the weapon balance, and that's the least of its concerns. So yeah, that's fine and dandy. Because for some, when it comes to Treyarch products as a whole, they're notoriously known for making demolition classes like super cumbersome, because I don't know why. I do have a spare noob tubing class back in Black Ops 2's heyday, but it's just that the lobbies are really rare for me to even get mad at. So yeah, that's that's all I gotta say. So why Treyarch? It's just, why are you so BS at times? And then they're not gonna do anything about, what was it? oh, the aim resist, because obviously, as for mentioned plenty of times, it's just ever since Black Ops 2 released, they added this implement. Well, yeah, they implemented this bullshit, which from Black Ops 2, it was really, really mild for it to happen, but then thanks to Cold War, where wherever you encounter like laggy lobbies and you're just trying to simply aim at a person sitting still, it's just not even wanting to aim exactly. And I've been seeing a lot of that. Oh, and also now I remember what I wanted to say about the map Express. It's just that they forgot to do something about the spawns, because of all places you can spawn at, respawn, that people are spawning in front of the trains, like, whenever it goes off, like, wow, really now? So, yeah, and then during 2's heyday, that never happened, regardless of what mode, because, I mean, the vid that I saw, it was on, Hardpoint, so, yeah, that's just doomed right from the get-go, because I saw, and then prior to the person's death was that they were just getting exploded by someone's war machine, which for some, actually, there's a huge reason that, though, but I never did bother to use that during 2's heyday, because despite my campy playstyle, and I can get, whatever the medal is called when you're at 15 or even 20, despite my campy playstyle on some of the maps. So I don't know why I never did use that, but it's like, but thanks to Cold War, it's like super saturated whenever it gets called in, though. So yeah, that's a bit, that's all I gotta say. So, but with that in mind, it's just that, all I can say is actually, I have no idea what even they have in mind on the DLC guns, but see, but the rumors are they might bring back. Actually, no, I don't even know why I even bothered thinking about speculation on DLC guns, because there's more things to focus on. Actually, no, not focus on, but more issues to even bring up. But at the same time, it's the same per usual, where people are just threatening devs, and then after that, actually not threatening. This is gonna be minor, but I wish, when it comes to my drama, well, not drama, my issues with Cold War, I wish, well, actually, the devs are actually putting a list, but that will be some other time once I get more in depth, because that's all I have on the vid. So stay tuned for that subject.